watching Official Prison Talk. We have a very special guest, Gene Borello.
What's up? How you doing?
Super viral, bro. I be seeing you everywhere. Soft White Underbelly, Adam, Vlad, like every big interview you've done.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite one?
So my favorite podcast, honestly, is Vlad. I like
Okay.
Vlad TV the best. They're all good, but for some reason, I just like his setup. I like the way he does it. So I'm definitely feeling Vlad. He's my favorite. I like No Jumper. No Jumper was good too, but I'm just big with Vlad TV. I love him.
Was he was in the room, right?
With me, the first time I did Vlad, by the way, I was fresh out of jail, probably for like 3 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, that was the first time. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't even know what fucking YouTube was. You know what I mean? I was so
Yeah.
lost. And then he wasn't there. He was on video. And then the second time when I went to California, he says, "I want to do it with you in person." I said, "Okay." And then we sat in person.
You feel like the energy was different in person? Cause
Really good. Yeah, I like him.
yeah.
He's a cool guy. I get along with him.
What was your favorite question anyone's ever asked you that you were like, ooh, that was like,
Do you have any regrets? And no
mm.
one ever asked me that. And
I
it
feel like I
wasn't.
always ask people that, but no one ever says yes. Everyone that's ever been to jail tries to take accountability, and they always say, "I don't have regrets," but I everyone has regrets.
Yeah, I do, you know what I'm saying? But like it caught me off guard because like I was a bad guy hurting other bad guys. So that's how we look at it. It's not like we're cartels and we're killing innocent women and children. Like we don't operate like that. So like when we go
Yeah,
after somebody and we hurt somebody, it's each other. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's hard to have regrets when you're being sent to hurt another bad guy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
But what? So what makes you regret it? Is like because he's still someone's father or brother or whatever.
that at the end of the day, yeah. So like, at the end of the day, you still have somebody that you're taking from somebody or doing something bad to them. So as I got older, I looked at it like that. In my 20s, you couldn't tell me nothing. I just looked at it as he's the op. We're getting him. Gives a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How old were you when you started? When you joined the mob?
Well, the crime was 16 years old. Joining the mafia was about 18, 19. I got really involved, and I went to prison at 18, came home at like 20, and then I was like full blown in
How do
the.
you even get involved? Like, do they jump you in or
No,
no?
no, no, no. It's totally different with us. So it's more like we grow up in these areas that are all excuse me, are all Italian, and mostly a lot of organized crime is all around my neighborhood. So if you think of Brooklyn, Queens, growing up in these Italian neighborhoods, it's all mafia, all organized
Yeah.
crime to it. And I was related, so it was easier for me. And my uncle was a big time guy. Sorry,
Okay,
was
we're good.
involved, and that's what happened. So it was easy for me to gravitate to them. And I was a bad kid. I was really bad. I had real bad anger problems, violent problems, and I was getting kicked out of schools. So I was just, I mean, everyone said I'd end up in jail. That's pretty much what they were saying.
But
And
did
then
you get beat a lot as a kid or not?
no, I didn't. That was the problem. I came from a good home. That's the weird thing.
That's funny because a lot of people I speak to, they think that because of getting beat so bad as a kid, that's what made them more aggressive. But then there's
No,
people like me who never got beat, and I'm still crazy in the head for no reason. So I don't think
listen,
that matters.
yeah, listen, I'll be honest with you. Like, I was just a bad kid. There's nothing you could say about it. It was nobody's fault but mine. I was just bad.
Yeah,
I got kicked out of every school in my area. I mean, I was just a horror show. And then I gravitated to like, the older guys and the organized crime mafia guys because it's the money, so much money with no education. I'm making as much money as a doctor, more than a doctor. You know what I'm saying? More than
yeah,
somebody that went to school for fucking 20 years and I'm making the same animal more. So it's like, why wouldn't I want to do that? You know what I mean? So the money, the glamour, the respect definitely caught my eye. And then they loved me for my violence and my bad ways. So it worked both hand in hand, and that's how I got involved.
was it kind of like Bronx Tale where he like sees him with the car and the girls, and he's like, I want to
Well,
do that.
Well, you know what? That's similar. Definitely, I could definitely say it's a good comparison, but not old fashioned. But in our way, it'd be like the Rolexes, the sweatsuits, the nice cars, but not like nobody's wearing suits anymore in my generation. You know what I mean? Everybody's like
Yeah,
kind of dressing like different. But yeah, I definitely seen the glamour. I definitely seen the easy money and all the women attracting to those guys. That's always been a thing. Like women love the guys like how we are. They don't like the
yeah,
square. They don't like the square. They just don't. I mean.
boring.
It's the truth, you know what I mean? So I was always getting these hot women, and I loved the way the life was. But then what comes with that is the downside is I spent a third of my life in jail.
Yeah.
That was the downside. I did 13 years total. You know what I mean? I did a ton of time. I've been on parole probation mostly my whole fucking
When
life.
you were 18, you got 18 years?
No,
No.
no, I did a total in my life. I did 13 years. That's what I did
Wow.
total. Yeah.
Okay, so the first time you went in, that was when you were 17 or 18, you
18,
said?
8, well, 18,
18.
18, like 18 going into 19. I did almost 2 years on that one. Yeah.
Where on the island or?
Yeah. Rikers Island.
Oh my God, how was that for 2 years? Because I know
Oh
that's
my
like,
god, it was crazy. Yeah, that was like a horror show. And I'll be honest with you, like I always tell everybody, there's no worse experience than that. If you can survive Rikers, you could survive anywhere.
yeah. I went to visit, the last time I went to visit someone in Rikers, it was the worst day of my life. And I've had some bad shit happen, but like Franklin Correctional, downstate, even MDC, we're nowhere close to how dirty Rikers is and how
Yeah,
it's like torture for the visitors, let alone the
right,
people in. I
right.
can't even imagine what you guys were going through.
It's so dirty. You have no idea. I mean, the nonstop violence. These kids did the gang violence is so bad in there. I couldn't even tell you. It's like you're walking on eggshells every day. You never know what's gonna happen. It was just crazy. It was a crazy experience. I've been there a few times, but like for the
Yeah,
first
that
time
first
going
time
in
was
there,
shocking, right?
it was like a whole new world. A
How
whole
soon
new
was it that you
world.
came in there that people started getting stabbed? Like ASAP or
It was like every day. It was
every
like every
day
day.
someone's getting stabbed? For what reason?
I started off in the adolescents. Those are the worst, the young kids. And
Oh,
I was 18, so I didn't go to the adults yet. 19, you go to the adults. So when I started off at 18, it was adolescents. They call it C-74, adolescents at war. That's what it's called because it's just fucking a war zone.
yeah.
And that's what I experienced. And I had no bail. I couldn't bail out. I was on remand. So I was stuck there.
Wow. Because I
Yeah,
remember I had a friend who he had parole, but when we went to court to get him out, the lawyer got him a $1 bail, but we wasn't even allowed to pay it. They had to
that's a
keep him
hold.
because he had parole. Yeah.
That's a hold. The dollar bill's a
So
hold.
what
Yeah,
the fuck was the point of the lawyer then?
that's what they say. Dollar bill. It means a
Well,
hold. Yeah.
he ended up never paying the lawyer. Shout out to what's his face, Lance Lazaro.
All right, all
You know who
right.
that is?
Yes, I do.
Another New York City legend. Yo,
Yeah.
so question. In Rikers, in the adolescent part, was there any like segregation or
No, no, they're not going. See, so like, I like people bring that up. So that's not real life in prison. When you go to certain places, and that has to be where guys are doing life or natural life, or even if people to accept that it's weird or you want it to happen to you. Like this isn't the
mm,
movies. It's like no one. That's not happening. If we even suspected of you doing something like that, you're getting ran out the house, and on top of it dudes that did come in that were gay were not allowed to shower when we showered. They had to go in the morning when it opened or they didn't shower.
what if
So
he
if
didn't
it
tell you guys and it's like the most
well,
gangster one that's like, mm.
some of them come in flaming, you know what I'm saying? And like they know. So we tell them if you don't shower at 6 a.m., you don't shower at all.
At 6 a.m., I'm gonna get dirty by
Before everybody's
10.
up. That's the way in certain houses in Rikers goes. They're gonna tell you they won't bother him with the phone, they won't pick on him, nothing like that. As long as you don't say nothing gay or nothing
Just don't look at my
crazy.
dick.
Don't do nothing. Yeah, don't do nothing crazy. But as long as just respectfully do, whatever. But showering, you're going in the morning, or you don't shower.
Damn.
That's just
I
what
spoke
it
to
is.
Mano. He was in Rikers and he said that it's more consensual. No one's really getting raped in theirs.
Right, and it's the truth. You know that, and that when you talk to people that really did time, like me, and people that really were in there, it's not the movies where it's like, oh, go rape them. Are you crazy? Like, we'll run you out the fucking house. We'll kill you. No one's going for that. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I just picture someone getting a honey bun on their bed and it's not going to end well. I
No,
don't
that
know.
does happen in certain places, but it's like
Yeah.
they know who to do it to, and more or less, if we find out you are doing that to somebody, we're gonna get you out of there.
Damn. Was it hard for you? Like how does it work? Cuz like in LA it's like white people versus black. It's not like that in New York at all.
No, it's not. So here's the thing with that. Well, Rikers Island, there's no Aryan brothers. They can't have SWAT stickers on them. If they even see that, you're dead. Like they're
You're
not going
dead.
for that.
Yeah. We don't
It's
play
done.
that.
But if you go upstate in like New York, you'll get some of them. You'll start getting a little segregated. But when you go to the feds, that's when it's more segregated. Everybody's with their own. The feds is
Wow.
very segregated. I mean, literally, everyone's with their state. Everybody's with their kind. It's very segregated. The state isn't more like that. The feds is more segregated, and you're with your own. But I could say for the most part, Rikers Island there's no white supremacists. There's no that racist shit going on. Everyone's together, but it's either your lunch meat or you're not. That's just the
Mm.
case. You know what I mean?
Also, people, you're getting like beat on and you're gonna get jumped, but you're just not gonna get your ass jumped.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's not going on. And like I said, a lot of that's like just jail myths and bullshit. It does happen. There is cases of it, but it's like rare.
Yeah.
Or you're
Okay.
gay and you just want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then even then you have to kind of keep it on the low because like you don't want other people being like, "Oh shit, like what are you doing?"
Right.
So, okay, what makes Rikers worse than any other place though?
What's the worst place?
No, no, no. What makes Rikers worse than any other place?
Oh, it's probably the chaos. They have no order. The COs have no say. The inmates are running the whole place. I mean, the COs are actually scared because they're from the same neighborhood. They're from the
Mm,
same projects. You know, a lot of them are nervous to even like act up with these gang leaders. That because a lot of the guys. I'll be honest with you. Most of the people that take those jobs are guys from the hood because nobody wants them jobs. They don't
mm,
want them. So all the guys from the hood that never got in trouble, they take them. Like, yeah, I'll take it. Now they're COs, either they're gang members or they're fucking, they're cool as fuck. So they're not really on it like that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Nobody wants that job. It's a horrible job. The COs are getting cut, they're getting beat up. So most of the guys that take that job are guys that are usually street dudes that didn't get caught.
Or women that want to get fucked.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because a
yeah. It's
lot of
most
CO women, like that's how your bid could do well. It's like
fuck yeah.
if you fucking a CO, she bringing you McDonald's, she bringing you like a cell phone, a charger, whatever you need,
Oh,
a lighter.
the feds is lit like that. And the feds, they got everything going on. Cell phones, anything you want, you can have in there.
How much is a
Absolutely.
cell phone in the feds?
iPhone, a brand new iPhone's like 4 or 5 thousand.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Apparently I just spoke to someone yesterday. They bought a Android for $3,000 or 2,500.
they shouldn't be saying that, but yeah, that they're in there. They're gonna get
Well,
their
they're kind
house
of
raided.
vlogging, so it's hard to hide the fact that you have a
Yeah.
phone. If you're like, hey, day in the life, shit. But okay, so what do you think? Like, okay, after you left Riker, so where was the next place you went?
So after Rikers, I was done with that bid. Then I came home and I caught a shooting case and I caught a 3 to 6. And then I went into the state. I ended up going up north into the state. And then that's when I went up north and met like the redneck COs, like the country boys, and just a whole new world up there too. Nobody's telling COs to suck their dick up there, nothing like that. They'll fucking kill you up there. You know what I'm saying? So you learn
Damn.
Rikers Island's a whole different world. You know what I mean?
So 3 to 6, does that mean you do three? And if you're on good behavior, you don't gotta keep going, or
It's a
that means you get out after three and then you got parole for three.
Yeah, so basically like that. You do 3 years, but I CR. They hit me, so I did 4 years on it. I came home with 2 years parole.
Why
Yeah,
did they hit you? Because you were getting into fights in there, or
that and I have violent offense. They usually when you have a board with a violent offense, it's violence is mandatory CR, which means you go to your conditional release, which is 48 months on a 3 to 6. Yeah,
but how do they expect you not to fight when that's kind of like you have to fight when you
they don't
can't
care.
not fight?
They don't care. They don't want to
Because
hear
if
it.
you don't fight, then they have the right to basically kill you if they
They
wanted
don't
to.
want. They don't want to hear it.
Even if what if someone else hits you first? So what are you supposed
So
to do? Someone hits you first, just to like lay back and let them keep
how about
going?
this? You still go to the hole. You
For
still go to the
what? Just
hole.
being involved. So what if you get jumped?
I just got into a fight in MDC Brooklyn, right? I was locked up with Sam Bakeman Fried. I told you the story. Remember, I told you I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
locked up with
yeah.
Sam Bakeman,
But that was what, a
and
year ago, right?
yeah, yeah, yes. Remember when we were talking? I said I got into a fight with Sam Bakeman Fried. I was defending him. They were trying to extort him. I
Yeah.
fought the kid that killed DJ Khaled's nephew, Juice. I told you this.
Okay.
Yeah, I fought him, and I went to the fucking hole, and I was defending him, and I did 80 days in the box
But why are you getting involved?
because they were trying to take money out of him. I felt bad. He was like harmless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you do you ever feel like you like kind of like if you like stay like you kind of look for problems sometimes maybe?
Yeah, oh yeah, sure. When you're in a bad mood, I mean, but no, I was there. I was honestly not looking for it because I actually felt bad for him. He's like harmless, and they were trying to like friendly
I
extort him, and
mean,
I see
the
what the kid was
survival
doing.
of the fittest, no?
Yeah, yeah. I just
Kind
jumped.
of
I
like
did.
when it's a group of lions and one of them, like gets injured, they kind of have to leave him behind. Is
Yeah,
jail not like that? You have to kind of look out for each other.
yeah. We look out. We pretty much look out for each other in there. We do.
Yeah. You ever been arrested in like LA or other states or
Florida. I've been locked up in Florida. For
how's
the most,
Florida? I heard it's like hot as
it's
fuck and
disgusting.
it's
It's
bad.
disgusting. It's the dirtiest jail you'll ever see.
Oh
It's
wait, that was the
disgusting.
recent one.
Yeah, the food's atrocious. I mean, everything's just horrible. I mean, it's not. I still Rikers Island is probably the most food wise is the worst. Rikers Island's pretty bad too, but Florida's right there with it. Florida was bad. It's freezing. No, it's actually freezing in the counties in Florida. You have to walk
Wow.
around with a fucking blanket. They have it ice cold.
Why?
The germs. They do it to keep, I guess, kill germs. Whatever.
That's weird because I remember my friend got arrested and he told me it was just hot 24/7. Like he was sweating all the time. And I was like, oh, that's kind of, I feel like I'd rather be cold than sweating in jail.
Okay.
Like, I don't know
No, it
why.
depends. You can't do nothing when you're freezing like that. You can't even move. It's crazy. Like I was walking around like a fucking like I was like it was like below zero. It felt like.
Damn. Wait, let's touch on that for a second and then go back to prison shit. All right, so on March 22nd, recently you got arrested. You had like a situation with your ex-girlfriend. So we're just gonna address it just to get the truth out there because she's like trying, I guess, railroad you because you
Well,
guys got into like a little argument over something.
yeah, like so the thing with that is that she has a restraining order on me, so I can't really even say her name because she'll use it in court. So
Wow.
so basically, yeah, that's what happened. She's trying to railroad me, and it was a simple little thing that shouldn't even have been this big, and it turned into like a nightmare. You know what I mean? Like a fucking nightmare.
How do you think that happened?
It's like the big that's a regret. I literally like one little stupid mistake and it turned into like this big nightmare.
Do you feel like it's because you went for a girl this time that wasn't really your type? Like you like more like, crazy bitches and you tried like something different?
Yeah, I guess I guess you could say I tried a simple regular person and then it just turned out to be so it's this is so dramatic. I can't even tell you. It's so crazy. Like you would have just punched me in the face and called it a fucking day. You know what I'm
I'm glad
saying?
you know that though.
You
Yeah,
just
I'm
rocked me.
definitely honestly I'm punching you in the face and I'm hoping you don't call the I'm usually the one getting the cops called on me to be honest. So and that's usually my goodbye. Like I'm not talking to you after that because it's like why would you involve the police? It's like you want to what do you want? What do you want from me?
I
You
don't
know?
know. It was more of like a smear campaign. You know what I'm saying? It was more just like to get clout off me. It's crazy. I'm just blindsided by the whole thing. But when I'm allowed to talk about it, I'll do it with you, and we'll really go off. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I'm like they have like a gag on me right now. It's almost
Oh,
where
you
they
like
could
can't
use it
even talk about it like that.
because the restraining order.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I think they said you're facing a year in jail, $1,000 fine, and 10 years of protective order. But it's like, I'm like, how do you get a 10-year? I need that because I tried to get a restraining order one time on my ex, and they gave me 6 months, and then they said, oh, like that shit didn't stop nothing. He was coming to my house more, if anything, because
I
it's
should have
like they don't
listened.
get arrested. It's
I
just
should have.
more like.
I should have listened to you a while ago when you said you're wasting your time. I didn't even listen. I know I'm a
What did I
loser.
say exactly? Because I don't remember. I remember,
Yeah.
no, you had some blonde girl so that was
Yes.
cute. That you was
Yes.
like, but she was crazy. And
No,
then,
that's the other one. That's the
yeah, yeah,
night.
yeah. So
Yo,
then
that's the
that's the one that
fucking
texted the
nightmare.
new one on some like,
Yes,
he's
yes,
still fucking
yes.
with me.
That's the fucking nightmare. Yeah, that's the
Do you
one. The
feel like
one,
just she's the reason for this happening? Like the ex
yeah, a hundred
crazy?
percent. The one now is a good ass person. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, yeah. This is just a complete disaster for no reason. I should have. I don't get into it. Anyway, wait,
So
what
what did
else?
I tell you? Oh, to cut her off. You could do better. And then because you know how they say like why do women like jail dudes? It's like why do men like crazy bitches?
Right.
Why do you think guys have been to jail? If anything, wouldn't you look for like a peaceful girl and why the reason this isn't working out is because she's not crazy like you need her to be.
I
So
get
what
bored. Yeah, I do. I get bored. You know what? I think I even like maybe even sabotage this on per. I don't even know. I get bored. Like I don't know. I just like I says I'm no angel. You know what I mean? So like it's just it's a sucky situation, and it is what it is.
all right, well for the next girl, what type of girl are you looking for now? Or do you want a
I
crazy
haven't
bitch
listen.
again?
I'll be real with you. I haven't been with nobody since that day. I'm not. I haven't been near nobody. I don't even want to be bothered. I swear to
Like
God.
that? Like
Yeah, I'm so
fuck
aggravated. Like
bitches, get money.
I haven't fucked nobody. I haven't been with nobody in like 3 months. I'm just so over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Would you get back with her if like she just
No,
dropped the charges? No.
no, no,
But
no.
she's a good girl.
Yeah, but she went too far. She went way too far, like way too
By
far.
calling the police, right?
Even beyond that, she's just doing a lot of extra shit. So
Because the charge is stalking and domestic. So it's like, how are you stalking someone you're dating? It's like kind of
it's
confusing.
it's the stupid, it's the words, and then they use your background against you. Because of my bad felonies. It's all right. It is what it is. I got to deal with this.
You ever been in a situation like that before or
Yeah,
with
with the
women?
with the lunatic, with the one I was with before her.
The crazy bitch, did she ever call the cops or no?
Oh, she no. Oh, yeah. I mean, what I can even. That's just that guy. That could be a TV show. What I went through with her. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, that was just a whole different ball game. This one was not supposed to happen. It was a blind side. Me and her were very much in love. This was a total blind side and a nightmare for me. And it's a nightmare right now.
But you said
Yeah.
yourself you get bored, so how can you be in love if you're bored?
I was in love with her though, but it's just a nightmare. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I do get bored, like I get in my own head, but I'm getting old. I was just looking for a wife, you know what I mean? That's what I was looking
Yeah.
for. And I thought I found it, and then, just a fucking nightmare happened.
Yeah. But do you think when a man looks for a wife, they look for something that's not really their type? Because it's like your type is like the type of bitch you can't really marry and have a peaceful life with, but
Right.
that's who you really want. So it's like
Right.
maybe it's you going for someone that's not your type that kind of went for,
Yeah,
went
that
wrong.
happened. I agree with you on that. And the sucky part is that, like, she's not a bad person. That's the
Yeah.
fucked up part. It's like my other ex was brutal. She was evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a fucking lunatic. But this one was not. It was just like a misunderstanding that happened, and it just shouldn't have. And then we both did said horrible things about each other, and it just kept escalating, and then it just went to, like, places that it shouldn't have. It's like so weird to me. It's just still like bugging me out, to be honest with you. It's like, what the
Who
fuck is
had
going
better
on right now?
pussy, the crazy bitch or the nice girl?
The nice girl.
You're lying. Really? I don't believe that. Okay, so another person, so somebody online called chatting with Stacks is
Oh my
like,
god, don't bring this crackhead up. No. Yo,
is
yo,
like
he was
your,
on bum fights. Please don't bring him up.
was he the bum or was he recording?
He was a bum fighting in the trailer park. Please.
Really? But I
Yes, he's
mean,
like
every dog has its day. Like maybe he like maybe he's not a bum. Maybe he just I don't
he's an
know.
asshole. Me and him hate each other. This guy's a
What
fucking asshole.
happened? Like you met in real life before? Or it's just internet
No,
shit.
he's just like trying to like tries to get clout off us. He just talks shit, and I can't do nothing because he's in another state. You know what I'm saying? I would love to wring his fucking neck, but I
What
can't.
state is he in? Let's
I
go
don't
get him.
some fucking hole in the wall, fucking who knows, country, state. I don't know. He's not over here though. I can tell you that much.
Cause he was like all like, oh, like talking about your case in full, saying that your case, it was some other case that was sealed where he said you're selling that you bought Xanax and steroids, but that the Xanax were for your girlfriend. Is that for the crazy bitch allegedly?
He's telling you about that case, my federal violation. Yeah, I got
I
my
just pressed your name, and
yeah.
that's just what like the
That
first
was
thing
my
that came up, and
yeah.
I was like, why does he have it against you so bad?
Oh, they all because I get a lot of views. You said it yourself. Like when my name, I get tons of views, bro. I get tons of views
Yeah.
whenever I go on some. I go viral. So like people like love to antagonize me because they know I'm a hothead. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
I think
that's
that's why
fine.
people like to fuck with me because they know
Yeah,
they're gonna get a response and I'm gonna spaz the fuck out. So they already know, like, oh, my name is gonna get clicks if they're gonna do it. So it's like, leave me alone. I don't bother nobody.
yeah. Listen. Like I said, it's just like this is the this is the worst situation for me because it wasn't somebody I hate. You
Yeah.
know,
Because
that's
how
the
long ago was that case that he's allegedly talking about? That
oh,
was like
that
a,
was 2 years ago.
oh, is that already done or
I did 8 months in MDC Brooklyn for it.
recently? Bro,
Yeah,
oh
I
shit.
I was just in MDC Brooklyn with Fetty Wap, everybody. I was just there in the house with them.
This is after going viral or right before? Because
No,
I
this
think
is
I met
after.
you.
After.
Did I meet you before, right before you went in there, or
You met me a year and a half ago, I want to say.
so this past year you've
I
like
came out. It was
fell in
after.
love, fell out of love, went to jail, came out, fell in love. I felt like your life's like a real movie. We need like a show or something.
It sucks. I know this one was really crazy for me. It really was. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I'm still fucked up over it because it's like such a blind side.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I got to deal with it. It is what it is.
Maybe if you could like tell her you're sorry and she just drops the charges, like she's not dropping the charges.
No.
Send her some flowers, write her a letter, like, "I'm so sorry." Like, why do we have to be enemies with our exes? We can't just be cool?
It
It's
just
beyond
went
that?
it just went so far left, like you have no idea. Out of nowhere, it was just like so random, and it just went pow, and it was just like, what the fuck? I'm like, what's going on right now? I'm like, how is this like so chaotic? And that's what happened. So it is what it is.
Why do women just wanna put you in jail? It's like they can't just break up with you. No, you have
All
to
right,
be
so I'm gonna
behind
be honest
bars.
with you. They get infatuated with me, and what happens is that they don't want me with nobody else. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
and I have a lot of good
Territorial.
things about to crack off of me. And like I said, they're trying to make my book into a TV show, and I'm gonna retire off that. And people know that, and they don't want me to be with somebody else. And I guess have fun. I'm a very generous person. When I'm making good and I love you, I'll do anything for you. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
I definitely I really will do anything for that person. So
Yeah. Now you was spending some money on her. I see you. You was like flying her and her friends out, like doing like yacht days.
it
I
was
always see you on a yacht with like a bunch of bad bitches.
Yo, it was crazy because like I'm such a good person with that, and then you try to like lie on me. It's crazy. That bothers me so much, but it is what it is. I'm over it. I rather just have this. I just want this case to get out the way, and I just move on.
Yeah. Okay. So that because that has nothing to do with this. Is that case gonna affect this case though? Just because the
Nah,
prior, not at
nah,
all.
nah, nah.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
because with that case, I didn't really get to watch the end of his video. I only watched like 10 minutes and then I just moved on with my life. But it said something about the case being sealed. But that doesn't, like, and I asked a few people, that doesn't really mean anything. Because if a case is sealed, does it mean you're, you know,
What's the other? What do you mean? My violation just now?
no, the case with buying steroids and then the Xanax.
Yeah,
I
that's my
think,
violation. No, that's my probation violation. That's not sealed. You
oh,
can
that
look
was a
at that.
probation
I
violation.
got violated on probation 6 times.
Oh, wow. Six
They kept
times. How? Was it all like fighting or?
doing podcasts, writing a book, ex girlfriends, all kinds of bullshit.
Writing a book, you could get violated?
Yeah, because I was writing about my life, and the government didn't want me to, so um, they were trying to fuck me over on the books. They tried to put me in jail over my book.
How wait, because I remember before, and I've thought about this, like, aren't people not allowed to profit off of their crime? There's a reason why,
That's
like,
what.
Charles Manson doesn't have a book, let's
No,
say.
that was the son of Samuel. They tried doing that with David Berkowitz, the serial killer. But you can't write a book from in jail and sell it and profit. When you come out, you can.
Oh, well, what if you're
Yeah,
in jail and we're on the phone and you tell me what to write? No?
you
What
can
if you're
do that.
telling me, but you don't even know that I'm writing a book
Yeah,
and I
they
just
can.
write it?
There's ways around it, but the victims can sue you and things like that. It's like a lot with the book. You know what I'm saying? You
Because
got
you
to be
go into
careful.
details about everything.
Yeah, absolutely. There's victims'
What's
families
what's
could
the
sue
book
you.
called again?
Born in the life.
Born in the life, and it's
Yeah,
about just like growing up in Queens, going to
yeah.
prison, and like
Yeah. Mafia
like
shit.
mob details and stuff.
It's a New York
Ooh.
Times bestseller. Yeah.
No, no, no. I remember when I first met you, I ordered it, and then it's just like it's in Brooklyn right now. So I have to
Mm.
go to Brooklyn and take all my books because in Miami I only have half my book collection, but
Yeah.
I need someone to just do it for me. Grab my suitcase, please. Um, wait, are you even allowed to talk about half the stuff? Like, how are you not dead right now? Like the
Because they're
mob.
not doing nothing. Who's killing anyone in the mafia? They're a bunch of washed up bums. They're just washed up.
I don't know because I think the Russian mafia is still
Washed.
active.
Oh, that's different. The Italians is washed the fuck up. They're a bunch of
You think so? You think like
washed.
Russians are taking over the
Look,
mob game?
washed. Italians mafia is washed up. Like when I tell you washed up, it's washed up. Yeah.
Damn. You would think like Gotti's kids would have taken over.
They're fucking punks. No, they ain't taking nothing over. They're herbs. It's a whole different world out there. It's not the same. Totally different.
Have you ever met any like people? Yeah, do you be around people that you used to like do shit with, like mob people? Have you met their kids that are
Yeah,
grown and shit?
absolutely. Yeah, I've seen kids. I run into people all the time in Florida and things, and people don't say shit. It's just more like, listen, the internet people are gonna talk shit, and then when they see you, it's a whole different story. I'm sure you go through the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people are gonna run their mouths, and then when they see you, they don't act like that. It's like a whole different situation. You know what I
Also,
mean?
in real life, like people aren't fucking like playing or saying dumb shit.
No, hell no. I
They're
run
on
into
their best behavior.
and their best behavior when they're around me. That's why I laugh. When I see the internet and people that really know me, they're like, bro, they're not saying that to you. It's like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Let them, let them have their fun. It's all right. You
And
know?
if they do, it's like you got to think nowadays people will literally just everything's for content. So if someone has a problem with you, more than likely they're just trying to come off your name. They don't even really have a problem with you.
Well, that's what's going on right now, and I go viral, and that's the problem, and people use that for their advantage. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And right now it's like, but you have a case even against the girl because it's like she's texting you basically that what she's really mad about is you cheating or talking to another girl. It's not even really, this is what you did to me, unacceptable, I'm leaving. It's like, bro, don't, you know what I mean? Like, why are you talking about another girl when you're supposed to be mad about this?
Right. Like I said, we'll discuss that whole situation in like a month. I'll come back on here.
So in a month, okay, so you're going to court
I
soon
mean,
then.
it's all gonna go on now, and like I said, there's a lot of contradictions going on, a lot of lies, and like I said, I have receipts. I keep receipts of everything, and that's the problem. People are just talking and not realizing that I got all these receipts, and you're just
Yeah.
talking, and then they're looking at it and going, "Wait, hold on, that don't make sense. You said this, but da-da." So it's like, we'll get this out the way, you know.
Yeah, because you just had to, like, I guess you're kind of stuck out here, so you had to rent like a house for $20,000.
No, $5,000. No, I stuck
5,000? Okay, 5,000 a
5,000.
month?
Yeah,
How
yeah,
is it? Do you like
yeah.
it?
It's all right. Yeah. Yeah,
What
I
do
had no
you not like
choice.
about it? Because it's like a crib?
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. I'm in like, I don't know. Like, I had no choice. Like, it's nice. It has like a jacuzzi, has like a pool table, has everything. But like, I'm in the middle of like far from where I want to be in Miami. I'm like,
No, we're in the good area. We're in the
what area is
peaceful,
it called?
quiet.
What's it called? What's it called?
You want
Sunny
me to
is.
really say it?
I don't give a fuck. Was it
Sunny
Sunny?
Isles.
Sunny Isles. All right. Yeah, that's where we are. Sunny Isles.
Yeah. No, well, you're gonna have to Uber the host to you. No one's coming from Brookville.
I know it's crazy. It's so far from everything. You know what I mean? So like I said, once just little situations over, I could move around.
Okay, so once your shit is off and you could go outside, what's the first thing you doing? Carbone? You doing a
I
yacht?
actually was going there all the time, Carbone. Yeah, that was the spot I used to go with. Yeah, it was my spot when I came down here. I liked it there, and I liked the other place too. What's the other restaurant?
Mateo's?
Yeah, Giselle.
Okay, Giselle's is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that food was pretty good there too. Yeah, I like that spot. But
Tiki
more or
on the
less,
River has the worst fucking food, and the
no, it ain't
service
that
is.
bad. The
I
pork chop.
hate it. I'm not, bro. $500 for like it was two entrees and two drinks. We didn't even get appetizers, and they try to seat us in somewhere fucking in the back. I'm like, bro, I'm not paying $500 to like sit in the back somewhere. I'm trying to sit somewhere nice.
Well,
Fucking dickheads.
they got tables in there that go for $10,000. I don't even know why.
Oh
It's
nah,
so
I
ridiculous.
don't want to eat there that bad.
It's stupid.
Fuck
Like, you
out of
go
here.
$10,000 for a table in there. It's not why. I don't even understand it.
Ooh, you know what? The best food I think here is poppy steak.
I never had that out here. It's good.
I don't even like steak, and that shit was the best steak I had. I got to take my parents there.
When did you go there last?
6 months ago
All right.
with, yeah. But then when my parents came, I took them to what's this shit called that everybody takes the like the hose on? Maestros or
What's that?
my, it's spelled with an M. Maestros or something. What is that called?
What is it? Maya Strolls.
Ma,
I
ma,
never Mastro
Maestros. It's like a
Mastro.
STK.
Wait, there's the other place I like too. Um, fuck, I went there for a few times. It's on the corner, man. I went there for New Year's, and I went there.
On the
Fuck.
corner of
I,
what?
I'll get it in a second. But it's pretty good. Oh, French something.
I
Dirty
don't. It's
French.
French
Dirty
food.
French. Dirty French.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's good. It's in Miami. It's pretty good.
And Gecko's good. Okay, what strip clubs do you like out here?
I'm not a strip club guy.
Oh my God, like never, like not even
Never,
to get a little shoulder rub.
not into them. Never been my thing.
Okay, what else is there to do in Miami if you're like a single guy?
I don't know. I mean, pretty much. I'm like, I like going out. Like, now I'm gonna experience being single in Miami. I was in Tampa, so like Tampa was all right, but boring. Miami's more like my speed, like New York. You know what I mean? It's more like a New York speed. So we'll see when I'm out. Now we'll see what it's like going out single in Miami. I'll know very shortly.
Oh, you're not gonna like it. I'm telling you right now,
I
because
know.
you're a
I'll be on. I'll be.
relationship guy.
I'll be honest. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like, they're very aggressive out here too. The girls.
Yeah, they're like 3,000.
Yeah, they're very
It's like
aggressive.
wait for what?
Yeah,
It's
they're
like
very
1 hour.
aggressive. Yeah, the girls in Tampa are pretty aggressive with me too, but the ones in Miami, I feel like they're really aggressive. You could just tell they're like, I was driving. I had my McLaren. I used to bring it down here, and when I was driving that around, it's like they didn't even care what I look like. They just cared about the fucking car. That's all they
Yeah.
cared about.
See, I don't care about the car because I know it's you're renting it, so it's like,
Yeah.
what does that even mean? Like, oh, he has a
Right.
car. What
Yeah.
what's the rest of him like? Like, does he
Yeah.
open
Yeah. That
doors? You
well,
know what I mean?
the Miami girls are a little. They're bad. You could
So you
tell.
think they only care about money, but that's like everywhere.
No, Miami's bad though. Miami is
Yeah.
really bad. Yeah, they're
Because
like.
it's full of nothing but like old white bald men, and they all are at 55. They're ready to get married now. It's like nobody wants to marry you. You're fucking disgusting. And it's like you're 55 and you don't even have any kids yet. Not one bitch thought to trap you. What's wrong with your dick? You know?
Yeah, I agree with you, but it's the truth, man. You're 100% right. But there's a lot of like, honestly, it's like almost hard. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'll tell you this: it's hard to date right now because so many girls think like they do. Girls think they have so many options now because of social media, which it does give them so many options, and it gives them. These platforms and everything where it's like, oh, I don't need you. I'll get this guy to do it. So it's so hard to date nowadays because if you find someone you think they're good, they're probably not. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? 9 out of 10 times, most of them are sugar babies or fucking on a payroll from somebody. You know what I'm saying? There's like so much of that shit going on right now. You know what I mean?
You think everyone's a gold digger?
Not everyone, but like Miami, pretty much. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
Miami.
think every woman just decided they want a provider and you
Yeah,
know,
I mean that's it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. If I love you, I'll take care of you. But like I said,
if you love me, what how long is that gonna take? A week? Okay, then we're good, you know?
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I love you, I'll take care of you. But like for these girls, they expect everything. That's the crazy thing. It's like, oh, well, I could get it from this person. All right,
Yeah.
well then go get it from the fucking 60-year-old bald, fat, ugly guy that fucking,
No, the
come
other
on.
guy looks good too. Don't worry.
Yeah, like come on, like you know what I'm saying? Like go get it from that fucking dude that you don't even want to look at. You got to close your eyes when you're fucking him. Like, you serious?
You're
You know
gonna
what I
close
mean?
your eyes anyway. No. No, I'm fully big into like I've seen a lot of women who, like were married their whole lives and they always have these regrets. Like, yo, ladies, make sure you have your own money so you get to choose who you end up with. Don't end up with a disgusting man because you have no choice because he's a
Right.
provider and you can't. No, end up with whoever you want, but always have like something to fall on so you're not with him for money.
Yeah, a lot of
So,
these. I'll be honest, with you, a lot of these girls are for the streets. It's bad. So like for me going out there now again, starting over again, which I did not want to. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I did not. And now what's out there is just it's not good.
What do you think women are out there like? Just
It's bad. You know what I'm
you
saying?
think
They're
everyone's
all
a whore?
nah. It's the age of. It's like the era of it almost.
Yeah, like everyone's a thought, or everyone sells pussy, or everybody's some type of sex work.
It's crazy, and that's what's so scary. It's just like you think you got something good, and it's not. Starting over at this age too, it sucks. And one thing about me, like people get mad at me because like they're like, oh, these girls like you. I'm like, yeah, but I don't like them, and I'm picky, and I don't care about that. It's like I want to be with somebody that I want to just stay with. I'm sick of just. I don't want meaningless sex. You know what I'm saying? I don't want
Yeah.
that. Not
Oh,
right
well,
now. I
then you're
don't.
in the wrong place because that's
I
all
know. I
there is
just don't.
here.
I didn't want that. It was like I just wasn't. I wasn't for. I'm not for it right now. So, and it sucks that I get called like this cheater and all this stuff, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
That's the fucked up part. I wasn't. I was actually being loyal, and like I got accused of it, and it makes it worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I mean, like I says, one problem I never had in life was women. I always get them. You know what I mean? They always come my way, and we'll see.
I mean, right now that is a problem.
Yeah,
Bitches
yeah,
is gonna make themselves a problem. Shit.
yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know how you're gonna do Miami being single. I think you're gonna end up meeting someone like a wife type within the next month or two.
Well, I mean, that's what I would like, but like, I don't know. I don't know out here. I'm nervous. I don't
Are
know.
you ready for marriage and kids and all that?
Yeah. No. I mean, maybe. I
Then what the
spent.
hell are we talking about? You want a good woman for what? Just to have
Yeah, but
her?
just to have, yeah, go out with her, that,
No, what about no? But the whole you don't want a good woman. You want a
well,
piece of shit that will
Miami,
punch another bitch in the face.
no,
Just to,
no, this is what I want. Like, I got caught on this blonde kick. I was with blondes all the time, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm just like, I'm over that. But then the Spanish girls, I dealt with them and they're fucking nuts, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a hit or miss, you know what I mean? It's
maybe a
like,
black girl. Try that.
yeah, I know that would be a war too, I think. I don't know.
No, it
I don't
wouldn't.
know.
No, as long as you behave yourself, it will be
Right.
fine. I think
Yeah.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to do anymore. I just
You
know
ever
that
fucked with a
fucking
black girl before? No.
no, no.
I know few bad bitches here. Were you like skinny girls, thick girls,
Skinny, petite, tall, usually.
tall? Like what? 5'7", 5'9"?
Yeah, it's usually what I get. I usually get the same thing. Usually, it's usually 5'7", blonde, da da da. It's the same fucking thing every
Fake
time.
tits, real tits?
It depends. It don't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if she wants tits, are you gonna buy them for her?
yeah, yeah. I actually have bought tits before, so yeah.
Hey, good man. That's a gentleman right there. So how do you feel now, like, being out and like now, after doing all that jail time, because you said you did what, 13 years in
Total,
total?
yeah, 13 years total. Yeah,
So wait, 2 years? That was your
2
first
years,
stint.
4 years, then 6 years, then violations, and yeah,
What was the 6 years?
that was my Rico case in New York.
So this is wait, so you were still active in the mob at that time,
Yeah, and I got locked up. Yeah, and then I came home, and then I caught 3 violations.
and that's for the books, the interviews. So this is all
I did
recent.
I did house arrest 6 months, 4 months in jail, 8 months in jail. They
Wow.
kept they kept fucking with me on probation so bad, and finally the judge just gave me 8 months to terminate it.
Wow. Do you have anything left over from that, or that's
Nothing.
completely done?
No, it's completely over. Yeah.
So after then you're done with this case with the girl because you're gonna apologize to her. She's gonna not come to court. We're gonna just
Uh,
resolve this peacefully.
mm,
When that happens, you're
uh,
good then. You have nothing else holding you basically.
yeah, yeah. That's it. That's the only thing I got going on right now is this random blind side to me. You know what I'm saying?
The 6 years, where did you end up spending that?
I did federal. I was in Farrington, New Jersey.
Oh wow. But
Yeah.
and that what's the difference between federal and regular?
The people. You know what I mean? Definitely the people. You're gonna be with like different kind of people. You with people all over the country to suppose just your state. So you'll meet people from all over the country. You know what I mean? Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas. I never interacted with a gang member from Texas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is
Yeah.
all. You meet these people. It's all different. You know what I mean? The cultures and everything.
Being with your history and going in and out of jail, you ever thought about maybe dating somebody who's like from the same world as you, maybe someone who also grew up in Queens that can relate to how you live and would just know not to call the police?
Well, I dealt with that, yeah, when I was younger. What I mean, when I moved to Florida, I started dating like these girls are like Hicks. They're from like different countries, like from Virginia. These are,
Yeah.
so they like operate different. So I'm used to girls how you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm used to. You know what I mean? You're my
So
typical girl. You're the typical. I've been with a girl like you 100 times. They fuck you up. They'll punch you in the face, and that's it. They'll call it a day. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Not no. Oh, I'm ruining your life. Gonna like, what the fuck? Like
No,
what?
I'll ruin your life mentally. Like I'll make you
Yes.
sad and cry and shit. But it's like
Yeah.
I don't need to get the police involved because then I'm gonna end up going to jail too. So it's
Yeah,
working.
so I would have rather, you just crack me and call it a day, but that's not what happened, and so it's bullshit.
Yeah, but that's gonna get resolved. I really feel like if you apologize and just like
I know. I wish it was
maybe
that
it's gonna
simple.
take you doing something bad to the crazy bitch. Like, and
She's
if
a
you embarrass her, this new bitch will forgive you.
No, that one. She's just a brutal. That one is just. I screwed up. I contacted her and I was like, oh, I vented to her about something, trusting like just nothing of getting back with her. I was just like venting to her about something that
Yeah.
happened, and she fucking used it and just bang started a war with it. You know what I mean?
You don't have like a homeboy you could vent to, or like a homegirl that you get advice from?
Because I'm used to like a girl taking my back. Like if your friend does something to me, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go
Bitch,
crazy.
like you're not touching my man. You're not gonna why you arguing with my man? That's my
That's
man. Like,
that's what
that's
I'm
mad
used to.
rude.
No matter what I said or did, like what I'm
It
saying.
doesn't matter. When we
You're
get home, I'm gonna
supposed to.
beat the shit out of you. But
Right.
right now, I don't understand why she's talking to my man. So that's how I am. But that's
That's
not
it.
right either. The way I am is not good. I need to change that.
Right. So I basically, was like aggravated about that, and I fucking vented to my ex girlfriend, which I shouldn't have done. And it was like a
No.
fucking. It was not about getting back with her. Like I was just like telling her, like I know if that was you, I said you would have fucking hit her in the head with a bottle. I
And you
says, yeah.
never make another. The worst thing you could do is make an ex feel like they won over your new girl.
But she never could. She could never take me from the new one. It was just sad. It's just like
You
it was the
saying
whole.
that alone makes her feel like she can. You know what I mean? Like I've
Yeah.
had
It
that
was.
happen before where I had an ex call me and tell me that like, his girl doesn't shower. And I was like, how do you
No.
go from a bitch that I shower 3, 4 times a day? How do you go from that to a bitch that showers twice a month? I couldn't
Uh,
understand that. I wish he never told me that. I wish he would have called me and said, "Yo, my new girl's way better than you." That would have made me feel good. Like, "Oh wow, yay, I'm happy. I'm happy you're happy." But you
yeah.
telling me I'm way better than your new bitch? Don't do that.
Yeah, I fucked up. I definitely, it was definitely just a stupid situation, and then yeah, I definitely regret it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, yo, it's just like it's so crazy. It fucks my head up so bad because it's like everything was just fine, but I paid for a house in a mansion in the Bahamas for Valentine's Day, and I paid for it, and I couldn't
Damn.
even go.
When on February 14th?
14th, yeah, I paid for the house. It was $6,500, $6,500, and I didn't even get it money
You
back.
didn't go?
How? Who am I go by myself?
Yeah, I will go and just jerk off. What the fuck? You don't got a backup hole? I'll go find a bitch. Like
I was
go
de-
on
see
Instagram and
one
find
thing.
any bitch near
One
you.
one thing about me, like why people like me so much on the internet, is because I always keep it real. Like I just tell her how
You
it is.
could have called me. I would
I
have
was
found you a bitch
devastated.
in two
I know
minutes.
I was devastated. I didn't want to leave my bed, bro. Like I'm being real
Damn
with you.
homie, the P.
Yeah, I was so upset. Like I didn't even know like this person was like plotting on my demise. I'm thinking
You
like,
should always think a bitch that's in your life is
no,
plotting. Yeah, you should
Maya.
always feel like that.
Maya, what I'm trying to tell you is like I'm laying there thinking like, damn, like how can I get her back? And then I come to find out she's plotting on my demise, like almost like when it came out, like this girl's been plotting on me.
Because
I'm like,
instead of thinking, how do I get her back? You should have been calling her saying, I want you back. And then that would have stopped her from calling the police.
no, like it was just so crazy because it's like it's like such a blind side to me, and I'm just like I'm thinking in my brain like how can I get her back? That's what I'm thinking in the bed every day. Like I couldn't move. Like I'm being real with you. I was physically sick over it. And and I'm like, how could I get her back? And instead, I find out she's fucking plotting on me. Like
Yeah.
the whole time, it's like it fucks my head up. It's like bringing me back to like when my cousin wore a wire on me. You know what I'm saying? And like it just fucked my head up mentally. And then you know you're gonna lash out because you're mad. You know what I mean? And then it just got ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you kind of like, if you could go back, would you just not have called the girl or?
Oh my god, I think about it every day, every second. If I could have just did this like this would not be going on right now. This is a nightmare, like a fucking nightmare right now. So yeah, definitely. You know.
Maybe find like, did she ever do any police shit before this, or this is like
We never
the
even had
first?
a fight before this.
Damn.
Like
So
we
it's like
didn't
you
we got
have a girl who
along.
doesn't argue,
We
and then,
got along. Like I'm
but
trying
then
to
it's
tell
like you got to decide: do you want a girl who argues or someone that doesn't? You can't have a little bit of both.
it's just it's the craziest shit. And it's like I was a child about the situation because like I went on Instagram and I said some horrible things, right? You know what I'm saying? And I regretted it, but like it was like they started the Instagram games, and I'm like, all right, you want to play Instagram games with me? Like, what the fuck? Like, all right. And then I did it back, which I shouldn't even have did, and I said some horrific things.
I missed it. I guess I wasn't
It was bad, and about
like
like this,
that.
yeah, it was bad, like real bad, and I get it why the retaliation came the way it did, and I understand it, but like. I just the whole situation should have just never happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was something that shouldn't have happened. You know what I mean?
That's one thing I do now in my life is if a man gets me to the point where I want to hit him, I just leave because it's like I don't need to put that us in that situation. It's like no one's really worth going to jail over.
Yeah, it's just crazy what happened. And like like I try not to think about it, and I'm just like, is this really happening right now? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was just telling my friend before, I'm like, yo, I'm waking up like this can't be real right now. Like this can't be real. Like I'm like this has to be a fucking dream. There's no way all this happened. You know what I mean? It's
But
crazy.
then even if you didn't call the ex girl, it's like you still were upset over the fact that she didn't have your back with her friend and she picked
But
her
we
friend
made
over.
up. We were fine. I was at the house. We made up. We were fine.
But isn't the court looking at it like, so why did she make a police report and then stick around and be with you?
Because the incident happened at the house that because my ex-girlfriend called while I was at the house with her
Oh,
and did that while I was at the house.
you didn't block her or change her name to like Michael?
No, I didn't do that because I wasn't sneaking around. You know what I'm saying? So it's
You
like,
can't vent to your exes. Like that happened to me. I vented to my ex who was still in love with me. Like and he said some crazy shit. Like as soon as my man got the phone, he's like, "Oh, so y'all talk?" He's like, "No, we haven't had sex in years, but every time you guys argue, she calls me." I'm like, "That's a fucking I called. This is the first time I ever called." And yo, and then I was like, "Why'd you do that?" And he said, "Cause someone had to fuck you up and it wasn't gonna be me."
Yeah, and then like they go on like and then the hardest part is like this person's going on like a smear campaign, like trying to like lie on me. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I don't have to prove myself, but I'm arrogant. I am like
Yeah.
I'm an arrogant person, so I will. And I got like all the receipts and things, and like you're lying on me, and like you're trying to like now you're trying to get clout off me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Now it's like, all right, you're bugging me out now, and then I don't want to have to like embarrass this person like bad. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go that route because I have some embarrassing things. I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna let it be and just let this play out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just over it.
Yeah. I mean, for now, fuck it. Just, make the best out of it. And I think it's going to get resolved. So I would just start throwing house parties and just make the best out of it, I
I
guess.
mean, yeah, you know what it is, and I'm well established anywhere I go. Like people talk shit, but everyone likes me where I go. Like even out here, I'm gonna have a bunch of people. I'm always gonna be, and I'm gonna say this, I'm always gonna be that guy. And people gotta understand that. No matter what they say about me or talk about me, I still get fan mail from all over the world. I still fucking get groupies every day in my DMs, which I don't care about. So you can text me all you want. I'm not fucking you. I still I still get all this shit. I don't care. So at the end of the day, it's like yeah, I'm in a bad situation, but like I'm still in a better situation than most. How about that?
Yeah.
You
All
know what
right.
I'm
And I
saying?
have two more questions. So
Yeah.
out of all the people you have worked with, who's the one person who you wish you didn't work with if you could go back in time?
In what way? In the criminal world?
No, in like the podcast world and
Oh, the podcast world. Who was one that I couldn't stand that I worked with? Honestly, I see. I got along with everybody in the podcast world. I can't even say that. I really did. I get along with everybody. I mean, as far as like, because people die to have me on because the numbers go crazy. So I gotta say, for the most part, I get along with everybody. I fought with Jeff Nadeau a lot. Excuse me. He was like a crime guy. I would go on his show and we would brawl all the time and then be friends and then fight and then yeah, but I definitely had fun with him. But no, for the most part, I have no enemies in that. Going
Yeah.
as far as going on shows.
And then the last question I ask everybody is, what is your message to the youth?
To the kids.
Yeah. Like if you could talk to like, another Italian kid that's 15, growing up in Queens, if you could speak to him and speak some sense into him because he's a bad kid, what would you tell him?
All my friends are dead. All my friends are serving life in prison.
Yeah.
Everybody's gone. Overdosed on drugs. I'm literally like the last man standing from my group, almost you could say. Um, it was good while it lasted, and it's short lived. I tell everyone that line. It's short lived. The fun, the money, the cars, all that stuff. It's like it's you're on borrowed time. When you get into that world, you just punch your ticket, and it's just counted down for them to take everything from you, and you go in jail and lose everything you have. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like you're better off having a real job or a trade?
Yeah, well, I don't want to lie. Listen, I don't want to lie to the youth. All right, listen, I'm gonna stay honest with you. Yes, it is. But like when I was growing up, see, talking now, yeah, I would say that. But when I was younger, obviously, I wouldn't say that. But yeah, now because I lost so much and just so much pain I've been through. You know what I'm saying? No suffering. So yeah, definitely, it's better off just doing a legit thing. You know what I mean? But when I was
Yeah.
younger, I would not. No, no, I didn't want to hear
So
anything
if you
else.
could, you have regrets, but if you could go back in time and have a trade instead of joining the mob, what would you do?
Yeah, it would have definitely been a better way. And I come from a good home. That's the crazy part. You know what I mean? I didn't come from like a poor family or broken home. I was just a bad kid. That's really
Yeah.
what it is.
Well, fuck it. No, let's not be a bad adult.
Uh,
He's a good man now. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on Official Prison Talk. It has been such a pleasure that we finally did this. I really
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely, Maya. Uh,
And again, the book is it's the
Born
art
in
of
the life.
Born
Born.
in the Life.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's why I got to go to Brooklyn and get my copy because I should have had
Yeah.
it right here. Born in the Life. Everybody
Yes.
get that shit on Amazon. He says a lot of details that you're going to want to read. Is it on
Yes.
audiobook? I'm about to just listen to audiobook.
Everybody keeps telling me to do the audiobook. I didn't do it, but yeah, it's definitely a book. Everyone likes it. You know what I mean? Everyone that reads it
You
likes
should
it.
do an audiobook in your voice.
That's what they want. That's what people keep asking. Yeah.
I need that. So let me know when you do that, please,
All right.
because
All
I'll
right.
get the book again, but I need the audiobook. So thank you
All right.
again, Jean Borello. It is such a
Yes.
pleasure.
Yeah.
And like, comment, subscribe, everybody. Thank you for watching Official Prison Talk. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you again.
All right. Bye.